this chapter, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest invention in DaVinci Resolve, which is the magic mask. And unfortunately, it is only available in the studio version. And to be honest, it makes sense because it is such a great tool that I would only buy DaVinci Resolve just for this tool. Anyways, what is a magic mask? So remember in one of the sections, we were selecting the subject by making some boundaries around her, here. I think I got rid of that node. But yeah, like remember what we were doing it, that we were making a whole window around it, something like this, and then we hope that the subject would be tracked throughout the entire process, throughout the entire walk. In Magic Mask, that can be done with one click. So why is it so important, this Magic Mask, and what exactly it is? So Magic Mask is a tool in DaVinci Resolve that would help you to mask anything in the screen, and that would be throughout the entire clip. Let me show you an example. So if we go here, this human looking icon, you go AI Magic Mask. If I just click on the subject here, and then you need to activate this panel. So if it's deactivated, you don't really see anything on our face. But if it's activated, then you see a little red icon. So now you can see that just the glasses are tracked. Okay? We can make another click here, and now you can see that just the skin on the face, not even the hair, is tracked. If I click on the image, you can see that the hair is tracked. Well, most of it is tracked. What if we want to, maybe just the skin here also we want to track, What if we want to just track her face and make the face maybe a little bit less bright? Let's go here, and what we need to do, we obviously want to track everything throughout her whole movement because our subject is walking. Once we have everything selected, we can also do here, there are some options in Magic Mask, you can do it better. So better would kind of make your system a bit laggy. Let's do it better for the sake of this video. We don't go faster, we go better. So better, it would become a little bit darker. So better is selected. So once I do better, then you can see that even the little tiny hairs, that is selected. In faster, it was like overall, it's not that accurate. But if I do better, like even the little hairs are selected. If you go here, just little hairs are selected. Just this bit is missing. Let's click that as well. So it is even selecting the hair from this far, which is insane, right? So I would just zoom in the subject here. And then you can do smart refine. So sometimes you can also refine by like this. So it kind of smoothens in or out it makes the border a little bit softer. So I would go a little bit low, not too low. So you see my system is already getting a bit, stressed because this is a system heavy software. So what if we track everything? You can also do in and out ratio to make it a little bit softer, but we want whatever settings we want to do on her face and on her hair. So let's track it forward and backward. So now it's going to go throughout the entire movement. So we have to wait for a couple of seconds. So it really depends on how fast or how strong your system is. I'm using the M1 Max, which was released back in 2021, and it still does okay. So if we play our clip, surprisingly, it is working really good. So what do we need to do? Let's get rid of this so that we don't need to check now what is selected. What if we go here, and what if, just for the sake of this tutorial, what if we wanted to darken the face a little bit, bring a bit more contrast just in the face, nowhere else. And if we go full screen, I can see that the shirt is also selected, but we didn't really see, maybe because of the color of the shirt. If I go here, yep, now I can see because the color of the shirt was also, similar to red. So now that's a really good thing. So now what we can do, we can we just wanted to have the effect on her face, on her chest here, skin, and the hair here on the top. What do we need to do? We need to eliminate the t-shirt. So I would just want to check. So it's all over here. So we go to the minus here, not the plus, and then we click. So now if we go enable and disable, I can see that this area is also selected. So I would just put some dots here. So now I can really see that just the face, a little bit of chest, and the hairs are selected. So what if we track again? So we have to go back and forth again. So now I can see that just the face is tracked. No, it's not really tracking the other ones. Wait, let me just reset it and do it again. So I'll just select the face. Maybe do it better. So here we can see that nothing is being selected. What if we track it like this? So yeah, sometimes if Magic Mask is not working, you have to redo it again, because I think what I did was I did choose a lot of points, and that made the entire process really slow. So now if we just reduce the shadow, so it is just on the face, just for the sake of this video, and that would be like this. I would just turn off the audio throughout the entire frame. So you can see how easily you can track. And that is also really handy if you just want to change the color of the face, or if you just want to change the color of the sand. So let's reset it, and let's try to go on another image like here. What we did here was we had a layer node, we can reset it, right? And instead of going through all of this, what we can do is that we had the saturation here. Saturation was here before, this is after. So maybe we can just try to select the jacket and see how it goes. So we go to AI Magic Mask, we go here, and then we're gonna see what is being selected. Or maybe it is handy to make on a separate node. I'll just delete this. Maybe let's make a separate node here. Or maybe let's just make a separate node in the end. And here we can reduce the brightness of the reds. So we just go select everything, and then we can see what is being selected. And what if we track this? So now, I don't know if you can hear, my laptop is going crazy because of all this. So here, I can see that everything is tracked on this jacket from start to finish. Say for example, if you wanted to change the color of this red to something else, this is just for the sake of this video. Say, yeah, purple, blue, this is blue, I hope. So you can change the color of this. You can still see it's not 100% accurate because we did it in a faster way, but you can see it is tracking the entire image like so. It's great. Here there are some problems. So what you can do here, you go to the Magic Mask and you can eliminate these points. So we go click here, that kind of takes it out. And then if you go frame by frame, we put the negative here, then you have to track it again. Because if you just put the point there, that disables all the tracking after that point. So every time if you see some error, because of it's still a machine, it's still learning, it's still kind of getting better. So yeah, that's, you have to go back and forth, but this is a really, like, I've used it a lot. So now we can see that the entire jacket is selected. But let me show an example. So yeah, this one. So let me show you where we were. So if you see in this section, if you go in the color page, So I was filming for a company whose trucks were green, but when we were at the location, this truck which came, this was red. So what I did was I made 2 points with the magic mask, so that selected the truck here. Because it's red, you don't really see the selection, and then I tracked it. And then what I did was I went to hue versus hues and I changed the color from red to green, which is the color of their trucks, which is like this. So it looks like it is the exact same truck what we have here, but in reality the color was red. So that also you can do. You can change the colors, and I also reduce the saturation. So yeah, you can change the colors, you can put blur on the subject. A lot of times you might have seen the license plate of the cars, they're blur, or someone's face is blur. So that also you can do with the magic mask. And there's also one really cool feature or tool that you can do in magic mask if you go to Fusion page, but that I would be showing in the Fusion page, so don't worry about it. So yeah, let's go back to our DaVinci. So that was magic mask for you. But yeah, it's a little bit taxing on your system. If I do it better, then of course you can see that it's kind of, like this was faster, it just did an okay job. And if I go better, then it really makes sure that everything is selected to the hair, which is insane, but it would take ridiculously long time to just track it. But it's worth it. A lot of times if I'm editing a project, I would just do it in faster, and just before exporting I would do it in better so that it would export in the best quality. So yeah, that is magic mask for you. And now let's go to the next chapter where I will show you another cool studio feature in color grading page in DaVinci Resolve. So let's go.